Hey, what up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? How's everybody out there? Hey, what up, people? How is everybody doing out there, huh? Everywhere. Sunday. It's almost Labor Day weekend. I think everybody wants to save enough money for Labor Day. Um, you know. Speaking of Labor Day, I like Labor Days when it's hot, when it gets really hot, like during like around noon, and then like around 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock when the day is ending or something. It starts to get cooled off, and the clouds started to come out. And, that's my kind of day. That's my kind of day. Tell me, what is your kind of day? Yeah, tell me, what is your kind of day, huh? Yes. You see, it was yes, yes. Oh my God. You saw like a who's that? Who's that? uh, this guy's remember, guys. Then Hey, hey, what's up, Jonathan? Oh, I'm doing fine, Jonathan. Just reading some messages here on my phone. Hey, hello, Lecky. How are you? Oh, I'm doing. Oh, I'm doing well, thank you. Oh, cool. Yes. So, Oh yes, seen those two movies. Great movies. As a matter of fact, they came out around the same time. Both Carlitos Way and A Bronze Tale. Okay. Oh, okay, Linky. Thanks. Thanks. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm doing fine. Thank you. Thanks. And yourself? Oh man. Oh, that's nice. Yes, that's great. Helping kids who. Oh, rap sheet. Oh, cool. Yeah. Hey, hello, bless your heart. How are you? Oh, I'm doing good. Bless your heart. Thank you. Yeah, here too in Southern California, kids are back here at school too. Yeah, I remember that like in September. It was um it was like the second week of first when we get out of school for vacation was second week of June, and about the second week, the week after Labor Day was back to school. Yes. Oh, yes. After Labor Day, I remember him. Yes, after Labor Day was Hey, what's up, Coach? What up, Coach? Yeah, happy Sunday, Coach. Let me see. I got Yeah, I'm looking here at the baseball scores on my phone. See how my team went. I'm a diehard Dodger fan. Yeah, if anybody follows baseball, the American League wild card is the most talked about than the National League wild card. The toughest one, the American League wild card, man. Let's see, you have let's see, you have Seattle, Minnesota, Chicago White Sox, Baltimore, Toronto, and Tampa Bay. My God, that is well. Well, good luck to those teams. Huh? Yeah, Seattle's the one that's number one. Yeah, Seattle's the number one. Hey, guys, Coach has a channel where they have called Boyd Wrestling. Different people from the white community wrestle there, but it's animation characters. I have a character there too. I wrestle there too, and Boyd Wrestling. Yeah. Coach, if you want to, you can put your link there for your channel. Yeah, check out his channel. Yeah, he does that wrestling stuff. Mm. Yeah, Poon has a character there. Evil Abe. Um, oh man, I forgot. Oh my god, I forgot. I didn't see that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I wrestle. I think I wrestle against Evil Abe and the. Oh, cool, man! I'll subscribe to Coach, man. You're gonna love his when he has his wrestling matches, characters from different from the board community. You'll see people that you might know from the drama like Savage, Shannon, and Pirate, and A.M. Bombshell also as a wrestles has a character too. Wrestles there too. Not with me. That's the women's wrestling. Yeah. Hey, you're welcome, Coach. You can't even stop. Here we go now. Atlanta. Hey, Coach, your Houston Astros are also are now are first place. Yeah, here it is. They're Seattle is it's 11 games behind um uh, Houston. Yeah, but so Baltimore, Chicago, Minnesota are 4 games behind Seattle for the wild card, and you got also Cleveland, which is 3 games behind Seattle. Oh wait a minute, wait a minute. Oh yeah, and you got Toronto. in Baltimore. Baltimore's 4 games back, and Toronto and Tampa Bay and Toronto are 1 game back out of from Seattle. Yeah, the American League wild card is the most is the most talked about, I guess now. American League wild card, man, baby, that's the one to see, man. Yep, my Dodgers, man, all the way, baby. Dodgers all the way. Woo, all the way, baby. Dodgers all the way. Don't get me wrong. I'm not offending nobody else. I know other people have their other teams, favorite teams, but I like my Dodgers. They're my team. I've been following the Dodgers since the 1970s, since the days of the old when they had Steve Garvey, Bill Russell, Ron Say, Dave Lopes, Rick Monday, Reggie Smith, Don Sutton. Who else was in that team? Um, Bill Buckner, the one who later on went out to Boston and did that era. Man, they had him. Charlie Hough, was there too. That team was one great team. Yep, they won. Yeah, they beat three. They won 10-3. They beat the Marlins. Oh my God. Mm, They beat the Marlins 3 in a row. Well, the Brewers beat them uh, three 2 out of 3 games. The Brewers, but back in the days of Lasorda, like in the '80s and part of the '90s, the team wasn't that good as how these Dodger teams are today. I mean, now you got these like super athletes who play there. These great pitchers, great uh, third baseman, second baseman, shortstop, you name it. These guys are good. I mean, they have a better team now than they used to. I mean, back in the day, they would hire they would draft a guy uh, from some Latin American country, whether it's Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, or Mexico, or somewhere, or Nicaragua, some of those countries. And hey, hello, Sam. How are you? Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. And they had these guys that came in to the league. They will play good. Some of them were rookie of the year. Some of them did, had great years in the major league. But what happened was they 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 were when the season that they would play. They would go to their own country and they would play again there, and they would play like in winter ball, what they call it. Yeah. Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah, yeah, play winter ball. And by the time spring training came, these guys came with blisters already, with sore shoulders and injuries from the other league. And, I mean, they were tired, and that's why they didn't have great seasons. When as as they were, in the years to come, when the guys came, in, the team did that because it was a lot cheaper than getting American players. A lot cheaper for them. Getting these guys. Don't get me wrong. Some of these guys, from those countries, uh, uh, you know, great players. Like you got Ortiz, you got oh my God, Sammy Sosa, all of these guys. A lot of guys. The list goes on and on. But the Dodgers, I don't know what happened. I think when that was during during the reign of O'Malley. But when the team was sold to a guy, I think Warner or something. I don't know what was his name. He sold it, and then later on he sold it to several investors who were and part of those investors was Magic Johnson was part of those investors. Wasn't that? And he would and he he player, and he had a lot of these yeah. Yeah. Give this guy a bench.
Hey, Carlos.
Hey, how's it going, Sam?
Yeah, man. First time here. I'm glad, man. I've seen you around, man. And did you come
Yeah,
on
I
my
see you
show?
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was at your panel. I've been at your panel once.
yeah.
I've been
Do you?
over in
Do you?
Pools.
You. I think I saw you at Poons and Evil Abe too, right?
Yeah, there too. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, you will leave your
Man, you know
panel. I
good
go there too.
people. You know good
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're good
I'm
people. Yeah,
happy to
Pools
be
and
here, man.
oh, cool, man. I was just talking about baseball. That how since I live here in California like you do,
No,
and
I
I've been
live
a
in
Dodger fan.
California. I live in
What?
California. I
Oh yeah,
live in
me too.
California. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I live in
And I
Ventura
was
County.
oh Ventura. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in San Diego County.
San
You
Diego?
can, yeah,
San Diego?
North San,
Man,
yeah, North San Diego County near Camp
I
Pendleton.
used uh, man, I used to I went to school yeah, um Pacific Beach I lived, man. I used to surf
Oh,
at Ocean Beach. I love
oh, I
San
know.
Diego, man. What?
Oh yeah, I know that.
Right?
I know that. Yeah, I know that.
Uh,
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Point
great beach.
Loma. Yeah,
Point
it's
Loma. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
Point Loma's
live
by
in
the.
you don't want I know where you live. You don't want me to name the city, right?
Not other than
Yeah, I know where it is
near
because it's
Camp
right on.
Pendleton.
Yeah. So I know where it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, man. I got busted at Miramar Base once because
What?
uh, I was going to Poway, and, oh, this is a shortcut, man. And they let me through, man. I got through Miramar until the second time I did not. And I know because all of a sudden there was these flashing lights. I was on the base and they got me. I mean, I had no intent. I'm no spy, but oh, they took it serious.
Yeah, but what were you doing at Miramar? I mean,
Well, I lived in Pacific Beach, and
yeah,
I was a student, and but I student taught in Poway, you know.
yeah.
So I
Okay, yes.
so there was a shortcut, I
Yeah.
tried it. I was stupid, You don't enter a military base as a
Oh
shortcut.
man, there is a short. Oh man, but you should have gone like because there's a road that says Miramar Road
Uh-huh.
that connects with. Okay, first it it's in La Jolla.
Uh-huh.
It connects on Highway 805
Right.
and that takes all, and that goes all the way to high 15.
Right.
And you don't even have to go to the military. You'll go
But man,
by it.
how would I know that? You know?
Yeah, I mean now it's easy, different.
Yeah.
Now it's easy.
But I was having trouble because uh, I have long hair, but I really had long blonde hair back when I was student teaching. You know,
Yeah.
and they gave me a really conservative teacher.
Mm.
To be, she didn't dig me, man. Yeah. And then the kids ended up liking me more than her, and she liked me
Yeah.
less. You know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, education. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's because I used to because there's Miramar connects with that street because Miramar Road
Uh-huh.
connects with Highway 805 and it goes all the way to
Yeah, I think
15.
I'd take the 805. Is that the name? It's
Yeah.
been a few years, you know.
Yeah.
It's been like how long it been, man?
Yeah, the 805
15
starts
years?
in San Ysidro.
No, I'm stupid. I it's like on my show. I can't do two things at once, and I can't do the chat, and because I'm so focused, I'm hypo focused, and that's why I go 12 hours.
Yeah.
So it works and it don't work.
Exactly. Well,
I mean, what?
Yeah. Evil A might drop by.
Oh, you know, I dig the evil Abe, but I can't predict his ways. Yeah. So I lost my password to my original channel, and
Oh
Abe
yeah,
knew
that's
me,
right.
you know, and so I started another channel, Ko Shaw, which I still have it, man, but Evil Abe somehow didn't like that. He said it was rebranding, so he ditched me. But I said, "Man, you're my friend. I like you." And I phoned into his program. He's great. He's just so good. You know? I can't not be on air with him. I think he's number one, and he knew I was mad at him, but I still, even when I was mad at him, I kept saying he's number one. You know?
Oh yeah, he's funny. He's funny guy. He's funny guy.
But as an on-air, Carlos, I've been around for 4.5 years. I notice things on air that people might not notice. How talented he is, and so we're reconnected. I want to show it a great time, man. The only thing is, here's the thing. I think we're groovy, you know. But to be really fully grooved, I have to go one-on-one, and because we're great one-on-one, and so I went up there and we were fine. But then other people come, so I don't get to hog the attention. You know, I can't be as good. You know, like perfect right now, one-on-one with you, man. I'm so glad you're streaming.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna stream. Yeah, this is I'm gonna stream today, and then I'm gonna stream all the way up like Thursday because since I'm not a premium member.
You're not premium.
No.
Yeah, so I did really good. You know, a lot of people buy subs. I don't know if you know that. Do you know that?
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, oh yeah. I seen. There's a guy from who used to be in the 1A. His name is Jared 33. This is a weirdo guy.
Not the best name to have, you know, Jared, because he's a pedo. Remember Jared?
Jared, is it Jared 333?
I don't know, man, but no. I'm saying the name Jared. A couple of years ago, he was a guy who worked on commercials or something. It turned out he was a pedophile. You know?
Oh, you mean the guy with Subway sandwiches?
Yeah, right. That guy.
Oh, that guy. Oh, yeah, right? That's right. Yeah.
So it's such an unusual name. When I hear the name, you just think back on that pedophile, creepy guy.
Yeah. Well, this guy too was creepy. This guy would go to would have he'll have more like 10,000 subscribers, but when he will go live, nobody will come to his streams.
No, I said pedophiles. You know?
Yeah.
Put them all in jail. Yeah.
Well, he was exposed because they say he was they say he was flirting with some 14-year-old girls on streams.
Wow.
And somebody over there exposed him. I think it was at I don't know if you go go to Wendy Pack's live stream. There's a woman named Shamrock.
Oh, I know her. I've seen her on air or something before, man.
Yeah, I think she's been on Poon also. She's been
Yeah,
on there.
she's been
Oh,
around.
okay, she and several other people exposed this guy.
Uh-huh. That's
That
good, right?
was, yeah, that's good. But this was about like 2 years ago.
Uh-huh.
They exposed this guy and they told him, hey, what the? They told him. I mean, he came into the community. He was always wanted to be on a panel, this
Uh-huh.
panel, that panel. And until he got exposed, he said, what the fuck? He just left. Never came back.
It's weird because unfortunately the common worst thing you can say is you're a pedo. And most people aren't, but they're accused. So when you really get a pedo, man, you might think, oh, they're just being falsely accused, but there are creepy pedos. So I
Oh,
wish
yeah.
people would be more careful in what they call people. So
Yeah, exactly.
when the real deal comes around, they end up in jail.
Exactly. It's true. Because, there's one guy over at over at Drama Dome. Well, he's not a member over there, but he has all these sock accounts,
Uh-huh.
and he go, every time they he's blocked when he goes in, he's blocked all the time.
Yeah.
But they call him. He's known as Mouse. This guy,
Mouse.
and he's
More like rat.
Yeah.
More like fungus.
Yeah, and he's convicted. He's a convicted.
Wow.
Yeah, and this guy's been around, and this guy goes into the.
Oh, your audio just got better. Good.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Yeah, and this guy goes into the streams with a different soccer account all the time. This
Wow.
much.
Yeah. When it comes to sexual stuff, man, sometimes people don't get it. Like there's this not lay Geno, and when he exposes his dick, it's a big deal, man. And it's actually a crime. YouTube ain't going to do anything. And I have a background in psychology, so this Geno got mad at me. I think I only attack with the truth. People make up stuff. Because I went in this book, right, and it described a sexual pathology, and it talked about men who keep exposing their penis, their dick, they're exhibitionists.
Yeah.
It's a sexual kind of crime because there's no consent, but because this guy do it on YouTube, people seem, oh, it's funny. It's not funny, man. I don't want to see no dick. Yeah, but people think, some creepy people, oh, it's so funny. And he's been on my show and he's good, but I won't have him up because, man, he's still doing it. It's like he thinks it's cool. Someone said he just porn bombed somebody, man. Oh, B-Socks. Do you know B-Socks?
I think I know him. Yeah, I think I heard of him. Not sure, but they kind of rhymes.
Yeah, because I'm always looking for co-hosts and people good on air, and you try him, and he's an interesting guy.
Okay, gonna interrupt. Look, check this out. Andy Cruz for Trust just released a video or that says let's see this. Okay, here's the video that says okay. Oh yeah, he's live. He says Jay Leno threatens to find and end me. And he's there, and he's up on panel, but he's on another
Geno's on another panel somewhere.
Yeah. There's a guy. He's with Brian B. Sox.
Wait! I thought he right now Geno's on panel.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, Andy Cruz is streaming it.
Yeah, because Andy has been so cool on calling out Geno, and I should listen to Andy more, but he's not on. Is he on B-Socks? Because somebody said he porn bombed B-Socks. So I'm confused.
Yeah, well, he's like streaming. He's let's see. There is Russell and Andy. And
I like both people. Russell was just on my show, man. Yeah. You gotta get on the new show there, Carlos. I need you, man.
Yeah,
man. I went from on my Sam Righteous Hill, I got up to like 12 or 1300 subs, and I can't. I could really try to get the password. Anyway, so I started this new channel, man, and I want you on it. But some guy comes on, right? He got underwear, got the really creepy guys, but he was still covered. But he's saying, you dummy, Sam Hill. And I said, man, I've been around 4.5 years. And he said, you've been around 4.5 years and you got like 12 people watching. Oh, yeah, but I got 40. So 4.5 years and you got... I'm starting out, man, but I'm
Yeah,
about conversations, and I like you, and here I am. I didn't come for no clout. You
yeah, exactly.
should be bigger, but
Yeah, yeah. Here's
it's
that.
not always about subs, right?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, he's live streaming. And all. It's a recording.
So, but
From
is it
another.
on Beast? Because what I heard was somebody wrote that this flasher porn bombed B Socks, who's kind of a bud of mine, you know.
Okay, B Sucks is there. Russell and Leno and Andy are there.
So
And
Gino, is it recorded or is Gino actually up?
no, he's actually no. It's a recording stream.
Right. So I wonder. So that happened before. It's not live, right?
Yeah, no, it's not live. No, exactly.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Maybe Andy's playing that clip. I'm trying to understand. You know.
Yeah, it says Lake General threatens to find and end me. He says.
Dude, this guy, I've had him on my show, but I'm not bringing him up because he's kind of mean and
He's kind of
flashy.
annoying. Annoying.
Well,
Oh,
he's
I've seen
worse
a
than
lot of them.
annoying. I can be annoying, but I'm a good
Yeah,
guy.
I've seen a lot of guys like this, like Leno. There's a dude. There's a
Uh-huh.
guy there's a guy from the from another community called the Salty Rant.
Uh-huh.
He's another kind of guy you don't want to come up on.
No, but what I like is finding out who the good guys are from the bad guys, and sometimes it take a while, man. But eventually, they can't keep it back. Eventually, he had to just take out his dick and he porn bombed me, by the way, Carlos.
Yeah,
You know,
he porn bomb Poon. He porn bomb also. He went over there to the other
Andy
community.
Cruz, he porn bombed, didn't he? I think he
Yeah,
did.
yeah. He went over there to Shelly, the one over there.
Shelly, I like Anna Karika or something.
Yeah,
He porn bombed her. I'm trying to remember. He porn bombed. He got his spooky to a girl who was on Team Jano at the time, and
yeah,
she porn bombed Evil Abe.
yeah. Oh yeah, she
Remember?
porn bomb Evil Abe,
Yeah.
and he also porn. Oh yeah, he did. And she, and she. Mm-hmm.
Dude,
Yeah,
there's something weird about flashing your dick. I mean, we've gone our whole life. I never had the urge, oh, I'm mad at you. I'll pull down my pants. No.
just like the other guy from just like emo, that crazy guy from.
Yeah, I heard that name. Yeah, I never.
Yeah. Oh, he's some crazy guy. He has everybody blocked. Not a lot of people go there. Very few people go into his chat and live streams.
Good.
He's just a crazy guy. Emo. One time he actually on his own live stream. He stuck that his dick in. What the fuck? One time he called Andrew, the guy from.
I know
Drum
Andrew.
Drum.
Yeah, you don't like Rebel, right?
Yeah,
That Andrew.
Exactly. Yeah, that's him. That's him.
He's been on my show a couple times, Andrew.
Yeah,
Okay.
oh, yeah.
I don't dislike the guy.
He called him a whole bunch of stuff. Some stuff I don't even want to mention.
Right.
This guy, this emo guy, and oh god, fuck. This guy was and then
I've heard these. You know, Carlos, I only watch a couple shows now because so many are just crap. Like I'll be watching, there'll be a lot of views, man. They get a lot of views, but I'll say, what are they talking about, man? This has nothing to do with real. I don't give a fuck if Jane gets mad at Carol. I care about real people, and some of these people like Abe become real people to me, and I like a lot of people like Abe and you, and I like Poon. Poon has surprised me.
Yeah.
I really like him, man.
Yeah, well, I like when Poon and the other day I laughed so hard. Abe had the wagon and Poon was on.
Oh, I like that guy. I know you're talking. He's funny. that he yells all the time and stuff.
And then as
They're
he was on the
perfect.
panel,
Yeah.
he was yelling like Seb Kennison. God, I was watching it at night. I was with my phone, watching it on my phone. I couldn't stop laughing.
Well, Abe, I tried to copy him. I would go, got it. Credit to Abe, but then the neighbors, because I live close together in a suburb, and
Oh,
my
like the
wife says,
suburb.
"Oh, the neighbors are hearing. Why are you yelling?" Well, I'm
Yeah.
just doing it because I want to be a little bit like Abe, because he's like my favorite.
Exactly. Yep, got it. Yeah. Sometimes I get some calls sometimes here. I'm sitting.
Uh-huh.
Like some scam, those scammers who call on the phone, and with that they call you, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, they represent some company or something.
Dude, they phoned me too, and the one about one phoned me once and said they were from the IRS, but if
Yeah,
you send money here, you won't get arrested. And I phoned back or something. It turned out the guy said he was from Pakistan, and I said, well, your parents want you ripping off Americans, and he said, well, you don't like Americans. I said, well, it turned out, I said, you don't like the American government, but why are you scamming American people? And by the end, he was kind of groovy because, but a lot of these people, especially Carlos, my
yeah.
wife is Filipina, and one of her relatives gave up $1,000. She
Oh
believed
my
it.
god. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
and she was a nurse. She wasn't dumb, but when this guy phoned me, you hear IRS and you get kind of fearful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad. The people go after immigrants and retarded people, but those are the easiest to be victimized. I
Yeah, they
feel
go
bad
after.
for those people.
Yeah, they also go after elderly people.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And one person, because it's a common job, telemarketer,
Hmm.
and this person told me that old people are so lonely. Some of them that just having someone talk to them, and they'll end up buying all this crap they don't need just because they're so lonely.
Well, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
right.
That's true. They buy them, or they go, or they check on a guy who's a they see this preacher on TV,
Uh-huh.
and they say send me help
Yeah.
us save the
Oh,
ministry.
dude, and some of them, what people buy. This one preacher flew around an airplane, and he said, "Well, God want me to be rewarded," and just uh, it's ridiculous. No,
Mhm.
in fact, most of us show up at church, and when the priests say, Jesus says, feed the poor, give away your money, feed the poor. We all have to look out the other way because we have to live in America and we can't do that. But so it's the opposite is what I'm saying. If you're religious, you're supposed to feed the poor and not have money, right?
Even the Bible says that
Yeah. Well,
don't have riches, because you
yeah,
will have riches. You will have riches in heaven.
Evan,
And they
dude.
say don't have riches because thieves will come and steal it from you.
Or the rich will their chances of getting in heaven, man, is like something through a spindle,
Yeah.
meaning that. But I know in the Philippines, it's talking about people thinking they're religious. Partly, the more money you have, the bigger pictures of Jesus. Like that correlates. Don't correlate. Jesus loved the
Yeah.
poor and poor kids most of all, but it's the real world, and sometimes the institution pay off the politicians, and
Well,
that's
that's
what
true.
happens a lot.
Yeah,
Because the institution can be corrupt. It's not Jesus. It's not the words. It's like being a Catholic, man. I was more groovy with the church until this pedophile thing. I just can't dig it now. And but it's an institution, is what I'm saying. It's not the theology.
hmm
So yeah, real life, right? And what I try to do, and see, I really like you because you're authentic, is just say the truth and
hmm
call out bullshit.
exactly.
And just because we don't get tons of view, if we can affect one person, man. like on
Exactly.
abortion. Just get people thinking, and that's interesting to me. So let me bring it back to Poon. So I think Poon's worn out, and I said to him, "You admit being a character sometimes, right, Poon? Well,
Yeah.
don't. I think that wears you down. The real Poon. See, to me, I've talked to Poon a little bit behind the scenes. He's such a good guy. I just said, man, you're nicer yourself. Why don't you just be more yourself and get off donging and having tons of man, you're in your 40s, act like it.
Yeah.
So I want to do a show with him, just conversations. He's really a good conversationalist.
Yeah.
As you know.
Yeah. He's been here on my side chat.
Well, you've been on his show, right? I think that's where I first saw
Yeah.
you.
I've been to, yes. Spoon,
Who else
Evil
do
Abe.
you? Where else? You go to Poons, you go to Evil Abe. Anywhere else you go?
I go to the drama channels over there.
Uh-huh. Which
I go with
ones?
to Randy Slag,
I don't know them.
Mandolin. I go to
Uh-huh.
that
I've heard
channel.
of. Is that a woman?
Yeah, most of them
Yeah.
are women.
Yeah,
And
I
I
heard she
go
was nice. The little bit I know, I think.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, I see Ben right there in those channels. That's where he hangs out.
Uh-huh.
You remember when you guys were nice to Ben when Ben was having those problems. I seen him around in those
Are you
channels.
talking about Ben Ashworth?
That exactly.
So Ben Ashworth came up on my show or Revs, and he said, "I'm gonna blow my brains out because of Sam Hill." He did, man.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, I got concerned and Rev was on and don't do that, man. Don't. But then there's this group RDA and they said,
Oh,
yeah,
I
blow
know
your
that.
brains out, Ben. Creeps.
I know those guys. Fuck those guys. I know those guys.
Dude, I started with Wazzy Doggy. I started with him. I did 3 shows. Ross Dog started with 5 people. I was one of the 5 people, and I was part of a group. I did shows for him, and I found out from within how evil and creepy he is, and then I left the group, and I've been attacking him for 2 or 3 years. So I don't like him. Who
Well,
don't like him?
and what about the other guy, Cosmic or Cosmic?
Well, see, I've been around, so I can actually tell you part of this. Cosmic was my co-host, Carlos.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the RDA shows, do you know this story? I don't want to bore you. I've told it before. You know about me and Cosmic?
No, they know that story.
So Cosmic was started on this guy Sands, and he was funny. I said, I want him to be my co-host on, I think, Sam Hill Gang. And he didn't want to at first, but he did. He became my co-host, and we were good, man. We're kind of quirky and fun. Oh, people liked it, right? The first show, and he went to the second show, right? And this Was Doggy was the producer, right? And his whole bit was calling me faggot. And I'm not homosexual, nothing wrong with it, but I'm not. But he kept calling me faggot, and I said, "Well, can I curse here? I should ask you. I'm sorry. Am I allowed to curse?"
Yeah, go ahead.
So on the show, one of my shows, it was my show, but he was a producer, and he kept saying, "Samuel, you're a fag or whatever." I said, "You're a fuckface, Wazzy Doggy, you fuckface." Wazzy Doggy didn't like that. But
Well,
his
was it
cronies kept calling him a Samuel, you faggot, and faggot. And I said, fuckface. And the very calm Wazzy Doggy didn't get so calm. But they were shouting at me, man. And I turned to my co-host Cosmic and I said, I don't want to do this, man. Let's do something else. And Cosmic, my co-host, I said, you're on your own, Samuel. He
they
just
talk shit
turned
about
on me. So
they
I'm
talk
calling
shit about
Wazzy Dog, okay, fuck face, you faggot, fuck face. And he said, Samuel, you're fired. Halfway through my show, the producer fired me. He crossed out on the logo Sam Hill and he gave it to Cosmic. And my co-host stabbed me in the back and became his show, but I noticed on the later shows, Cosmic, it's changed from Sam Hill to Cosmic, and the views weren't as good.
No, it won't. Well, yeah. I mean, those guys have been. Remember, some women they were picking on. Remember what they did to Betty? about her kid. They said
Betty
something.
Spaghetti. Well,
Yeah,
that was Rex. And Betty Spaghetti said she got a handicapped autistic kid, man. Just
yeah, yeah.
love him. And Rex, he said, oh, your kid's a potato. And you're a potato farmer. You're a potato farmer, and this poor kid was being called a potato. And Rex went with that for a week or two, and I got on my horn, man. Rex, you slime bucket. And he finally apologized. And imagine that, man, calling children of God potato.
Yeah, don't call that, man. They're not old enough to defend themselves. I mean, there was a time when when we were kids. I mean,
Uh,
damn. I mean, we were not protected as kids. Are protected today. Back then. I
Well,
mean,
because they're on their phones, and when we were kids, we went out and we played our football or soccer or whatever, man, and we were grooving. We protected each other, but now they're
mm,
more alone on their phones. Like on my street, and I live in a street like I know where you live, and you got suburbs, and
mm.
kids, not that many kids play in the street like we did. You know?
Exactly. That's right. I don't see that as much as I used to. I mean, back in the day,
Right.
when I was a kid, I mean, everybody, man.
Well, I think what happened was there's dangers in the world, but in America, they make like you can keep 100% from danger.
Yeah, there's
So when
danger.
somebody was a pedophile, instead of becoming a rare creep, which they are, there aren't that many pedophiles, thank God. But all the mommies became afraid to let their kids go in the street. So it's sad because I got degrees. I was a teacher. Most pedophiles, and there are some around, right? But most are within the family. The pedophilia, the highest pedophile is a stepfather. Now, most
Yeah,
are cool, but if you look at numbers, so it's not right. It's a myth that don't let your kids play out because pedophiles are well, there are pedophiles like you mentioned, but I've lived in my house like 15, 20 years, and there's never been a pedophile caught, right?
well, around here, I mean, there was a guy a block away, just about around the corner where I live,
Uh,
who used to say who would park his car
yeah,
and he used to just masturbate, right? And,
yeah.
yeah, and
What
people caught him. Yeah, yeah, and the
good?
people, man,
But then
so,
we're talking about a man like Jeno who takes out his penis.
yeah, I mean, gentleman, fuck.
No, because like I said, I've been on his show and he's been on my show. I know a lot about him.
Yeah,
And the first time, so I was having my show and this guy phones in and he says, "Sam Hill, you're a closeted homosexual." I said, "No, man. I mean, if I was homosexual, I'd be a righteous one. I'd
yeah,
probably be a bigger streamer. I'm
yeah.
married. I have two. My wife has been on air, and
Uh-huh.
unlike other people, but that's what he came in with. I tore him down. But then he's been on my. I don't want him up anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
No, exactly. No, you don't want that guy.
No. And Andy Cruz has been pretty righteous in calling him out. By the way,
Yeah.
give credit to Andy
Well,
Cruz.
that's what. Well, that's why. And now that's why Andy's saying that he's gonna that Leno wants to come after him now.
That's his deal. I think he thinks
Uh,
in his head that okay, and that's why I won't have him up. If he came up, if he believed, um, like when he came, he porn bombed me. He came up and he said, "I'm sorry, I won't do it. I won't do it." I said, "You promise? I promise, promise." And what happened was, he was fine with me, and Abe came up, and Abe called him a pedo, and he got really mad, and then Abe apologized, but
uh,
then he flashed. So somebody gets mad at him and he think he got the right to flash. General, you creep. So, but it interests me, Carlos, seriously, because we can show our righteous and good in interaction with evil, just like in the real world, man. Right? That's how
exactly,
Jesus he showed his goodness through his actions,
exactly true.
through his example.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
there's a cost. You're going to be the first one could be crucified,
Mm-hmm.
right? So there's a cost, but you make it easier for the next one. And the disciples, they all turned on him except something interesting. The ones who hung in with Jesus were the women,
Mm-hmm.
right? The mama, the other Mary. I think the greatest person in the world is a good mother. You know? And the men who's supposed to be so courageous and macho, the disciples, they denied Jesus at first. Remember?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to be really religious. You don't. There's lessons there. There's lessons there. You don't have to be a Christian. Just live a Christian life. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
No,
Or
just
other religions, there's probably good stuff too.
yeah. I mean, you don't have to be religious. Just don't do. Just be nice and be
Show it through your actions. And I'm wary of people who say they're religious. You were talking about that wealthy preacher guy. Show it
mm,
through your actions. I get uncomfortable when people come on and say, like, there's this lady, God loves me. And something bothered me about that. And she was my co-host too. I mean, I've known so many people for it. How long have you been like doing this?
me. About a year now. A year.
Okay, so dude, I've done it for 4.5 years, so I know a lot of these people, some I don't. So God Loves Me was my co-host, but something bothered me about her saying God loves me. I couldn't get it, man. There's just something was wrong my brain, wrong with that. God loves me. I love God, but evil Abe, wow. He heard that God loves me, and within 2 minutes he said it should be God loves us. I
Yeah.
said, yeah. Abe got it.
Yeah. It just look. Yeah. I mean, it
Right?
depends how.
That guy. And sometimes I think he makes wrong decisions. You get kind of drunk. He came in once and destroyed my chat. Yeah, that's kind of
Well,
Abe. And then he apologizes, but he's so righteous in so many ways. It kind of came out of nowhere. It took me months and months trying to figure out what was wrong with God loves
yeah.
her. It's God loves us, man.
I always make these parodies about him. What happens if you go to the movies
Uh-huh.
and you're buying popcorn and you bump into Evil Abe
Uh-huh.
and Evil Abe will say to you, "Hey, where's my popcorn?"
And you know that certain stereotypes culturally are correct, and there's nothing prejudiced. I love black people, most of them, but they do, in my life experience, tend to shout in the movies. But so I go in a movie, there are a bunch of black people, I expect shouting, but then I hear this white man shouting, and I look over, and it's probably Evil Abe. Yeah,
Yeah,
I love it, and he likes Kinnison. Did you know that?
yeah. Oh yeah, I like Kennison too. I was
I love
watching a video.
Kinnison, right?
Yeah, I was watching a video of him the other day.
Huh?
Watching a
I did
video.
a. Do you know his hungry people in Africa routine?
No, no.
So Kinnison cares about world hunger. He was just like you see on TV. But Kinnison said there's something wrong. He said there's people on TV there with the 4 people in Africa. Instead of making a commercial, give them a hamburger or food or something. Kinnison said.
Oh, God.
And Kinnison said he got a solution to the hungry people in Africa.
Mhm.
He said, "Go to where the food is," which he's right. He said Americans got assholes too, but they don't live where the food ain't in the desert. So Kinnison wasn't only brilliant in delivery, he made some good points. Go where the food is. Get rid of hunger.
Yeah, get
Duh.
rid of it. Just like what also what Chris Rock years ago said this joke about why a lot of why do white people
Uh-huh.
always have these sock hop 1950s, things and everything.
Uh-huh.
And he said, you know why they do that?
Why?
It's because they want to remember the last decade of legal racism.
Oh no.
That's
What I
what he said.
remember the most about Chris Rock
Yeah.
is some people say, well, blacks got it the same. Sometimes blacks get favored by government, but he was staring out in the audience. And he said, you're going to tell me there's not still prejudice? I'll tell you what, folk in the audience, white people.
Yeah.
I'm a black man. I'm good looking. I got success. I'm a star. I got millions. Would you still want to be me? Meaning that even though he got so much, there's still prejudice, and a lot of white people would not want to be black or homosexual and stuff like that. I think he's right.
Yeah.
I don't want to be prejudiced against me. And don't tell me there ain't some, because I was married to a black. My first girlfriend was black. And the deal is that with me, that when I had a black girl, I had a couple in Los Angeles, no big deal. No big deal. Maybe San Diego downtown, But we'd walk around and no big deal. But we'd go in the countryside of the Midwest. I went to Hawaii with one, and it was a big deal. So I think geography has a lot to do with it, man.
Look who's back.
Who's back?
The guy, they say he wasn't going to come back. I don't know if you know him, the Hub.
No, I don't know him.
No, he's a friend of Abe and
Somebody, yeah, B-Sox. Somebody should tell B-Sox come in here.
Oh, B-Sox.
Yeah, the guy's interesting. He said he was in solitary confinement. He what happened was, he says he used to joyride, and the police tried to catch him, and instead of giving up, he ran from the police. And he ended up beating a policeman, and then he went to jail, and some pedo or something was coming on to him, and he beat him up, and he went on solitary confinement. But I said, B-Sox, I think you went to jail, but you were in solitary confinement for months and months.
They went to jail so he can drop the soap. I said that.
Well,
I said the same thing.
My current enemy is David Walsh, right? And
well, sure, my God.
So I actually gave David Walsh 3 shows, so I know David well, and but he's been really putting me down lately. So I took something I knew about him. He told me once he was drunk. He was drunk, man. He said he wears a size A bra, like a training bra, right? He told me that. And I'm thinking, man, well, how does one get that little fetish? And I remembered David Walsh said he went to jail. And then I'm thinking, so David's kind of a good-looking guy, and he probably got punked out. And David is a big guy, and they get arrogant, like Poon. Poon's a big guy. So I imagine that David goes in jail, right? And some guy comes on to him, and David's thinking, he's walking toward David and want to punk him out. David's, I'll take you on. You think you're tough? And then the guy looks over his shoulder. There's 3 of his inmate buddies, and they took David's anal virginity, right?
Yeah.
And then they punked him out, man, to make money in jail. And okay, I'll be right back. And then so they punk him out. And in jail, they put him in panties and a bra. And I'm thinking that when David went around spreading his butt cheeks for the inmates, he associated pleasure, even though it's weird, bizarre, with his panties on and bra. And people didn't believe it. They said it's too absurd, even though David said he wearing a bra. And it just turned out that RDA I don't like exposed David. He wears a girdle.
Oh, man.
No, go check. I don't like RDA, but he wears a girdle. And it goes to my theory that the jail made him a cross-dresser, man.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, him.
And there's probably nothing wrong with it, but it interests me. And David puts down homosexuals. So why are you putting down homosexuals when you spread your butt cheeks in prison and you walk around with bra, pink panties, and garter belts? So I like exposing hypocrisy. And yeah, man, bad things happen. And sometimes that sexual stuff gets in the way and becomes bizarre. Something probably happened to Gino. It's not natural to be a human being, civilized, and when you get mad, you pull down your pants and, oh, here's my dick. That's not normal. That comes from somewhere bad. You know what I'm saying? And I do got a degree. I got 2 degrees. So I'm not just some uneducated. I have a degree in clinical psych, for real, right?
Oh, cool.
So yeah, people didn't believe it, but in 4.5 years, I like Dana came up. She's like, so ask me any questions. I proved myself, but people don't always want to believe the truth, Carlos. Right?
Exactly. No, they can't. No, I mean, people just don't want to. People just don't want to hear the truth. That's true.
They can't take the truth. Jack Nicholson said, you can't handle the truth because sometimes it don't look good on you. Like we were talking about Jesus, and I get a little ashamed, man, because my wife's really religious. So I would go to mass with her, and the priest would be talking about Jesus, feed the poor. They even put it, that's one of the commands, right? Like go visit prisoners, feed the poor. And then you go in the parking lot and all these Beamers. I got a Beamer too. You know what I mean, Carlos?
Yeah, no.
We fool ourselves.
Yeah.
Which interests me. So,
yeah,
I'd like to come up again another time if it's okay with you.
Okay, sure. I'll be here in a week or so. I'm going to be back over again.
And let me know. And you have an open invite. I think you came on my show once or twice.
Yes, one time I came. Mm-hmm.
But I got a big mouth. You know, and Rev's got a big mouth.
So man, no. Rev's not allowed in here.
Yeah, let's talk about Reb a couple minutes because nobody knows him better than me. Dude, he was my co-host for 300 episodes. Why don't you let him up? Why don't you let him up?
Oh, no. There's a lot of people here that I have here who don't like him.
I don't like him. but if you do a stream, you just can't bring up people you like. I mean, you can. But...
Well, I got people here that don't like him because he used to be in the drama community.
Yeah.
Over there, there's a lot of people in the drama community who don't like him when they come here.
I kicked him out as co-host because he kept saying the N-word. I won't have it.
Oh, that's why I don't want that. I had a guy here that said that attacked Joe Cool here on my panel. You know Joe Cool.
I like Joe Cool. He's been on the show.
Yeah. Well, this guy. I mean, this was like my second or third live stream.
Uh-huh.
He said something. He said, I mean, he already talked to Joe Cool in another panel,
right?
And they were, you know, and both of them were, you know, were fighting and everything. And one time, and this guy would change his avatar, you know, and he would just to make Joe Cool mad, he would put a KKK avatar.
Wow.
And then when he did that, I said, "Hey, get out of here! I don't want you." Boom, you're gone.
I attack people, but never on race. So Joe came up. First of all, I said, I got to respect you because you got 20,000 subs, right? So he's a success. But I disagreed. I said that he was a pusher man for a while, and he didn't really take responsibility and say it was bad. So I said, Joe, first of all, it's not good. And second of all, that you sit in your car, Joe, and I like you, but you sit smoking dope, and yet you go looking at cops trying to find them break the law. But Joe, you break the law. So I criticize Joe, but I like him basically. And I don't attack anybody on race. I attack their character. You bring out race, it shows you're a bigot.
Yeah? Exactly. Yeah.
And people do it. Are you like Hispanic or something?
I'm Mexican.
Mexican American, right?
Yeah.
So I've heard I call that Poon because he called Stewie a beaner or something. Don't do that, Poon.
No, I don't like that.
I don't like that. I'm not Mexican American. I don't like it. I've been with Latina women, and when I was homeless, I ran away from home at 16, and my first girlfriend was named Maria, and she was Mexican American
Oh, cool.
from a border town.
Where,
Forget the name
you're
of
in
the town.
California?
Yeah, it's not. It's to the east. Brawley. I think
Oh,
it
I
was
know. Oh,
Brawley.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know where that is.
And the interesting thing was, she was born in America, man, but she got that accent. You know,
Yeah.
and she, I was used to being hugged. I mean, my father was a son of a bitch, but a lot of hugging, and I ran away from home after hitting my father. He
Oh,
was a
my God.
drunk. He's dead now. And I cross countryed and I had fun, actually. It was an adventure, you know? And I
Yep.
was 16, didn't know how stupid I was. In fact, in West Virginia, I was riding, some truck driver woman was giving me a ride. Where was that? And she pulled over in this, because if you take the interstate, it goes through West Virginia for a few miles.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lake. And she just pulled over. I thought she was going to go get a meal or something. And she looked kind of dykey, not to put down, you know, but I guess she wasn't, because she turned to me and said, I'll give you $100 if I can blow you or go down on me. And I'm going, whoa, okay. I mean, you would think somebody, she'd pay me to do something to her. It was wild, man.
Oh,
But
man.
anyway, it was an adventure. So when I got out to LA, I was stupid. And
Hey, hi,
I had
Nicole. How are you?
$1,000. What?
Oh, Nicole.
So I went under a bridge, and there were a lot of people under a bridge, homeless, you know. And I heard, I'm watching as this very pretty girl. She looked like, I love folk song, Joan Baez. Do you know
Yeah.
Joan Baez?
Yeah, I don't know.
So she looked like her, and her boyfriend is like yelling at her and pushing her around. And I was arrogant, and I just said, stop. You know, at that age. But I wasn't that courageous because he was a short guy. But he could have had a knife, right?
Oh, yeah. That's how
So I got to play hero, and I went to bed, had a sleeping bag, and middle of the night, I wake up, and she crawled in my sleeping bag. Maria, you know?
Oh, but so you mean this woman was dating some other guy?
Yeah.
And the other guy was probably
Well, I guess he was abusive, and she found, you know, maybe it was a power move that I was going to protect her, and she, wow, right? But I remember, Carlos, and this happened a couple times after I got divorced, that I'm used to being touched, and that's very normal. I mean, touched appropriately, hugged, right?
Yeah. I know.
And I said, wow. And she did things to me, but she hugged me, and wow, it felt so good, man. So good. And she became my girlfriend for a while, Maria. And she was, like I said, Hispanic. Beautiful.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been with, they're beautiful women, generally. You know?
Well, I mean, yes. I mean, there's a lot of beautiful women in Mexico, and I would guess here too. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if you look at the TV, in Mexican TV,
Uh-huh.
the women don't look like the Mexican women you see here on the street. Different people.
How do they look different, man?
Well, because in Mexico, the minority white elite has all the power. They own the banks. They own the people. They own all that kind of stuff. I mean, there's a white elite in Mexico.
The status is that they're Spanish.
Yeah.
They're really Mexican, but they say they're Spanish because Spain, a lot of Spanish people. And I was going to address something because, sir, my wife is Filipina, which means she's darker. So I got to observe a lot of Filipino culture. And I went there 3 times. And I think this is true in Mexico, that we're not saying we agree. I don't think white skin should be any better than any else. But the reality is, in a lot of the world, they prefer white. And in the Philippines, and maybe in Mexico, most of the actresses are lighter skinned.
Yeah.
So there's a racist
Yeah,
by the own
Mexico.
people. I think that's probably true what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, Mexico's like that. The lighter
Yeah.
skin, if you look at TV,
Dude, I think the world's like that. There's this bigotry in
yeah,
favor of white skin, beauty, right?
exactly.
Which is
Exactly.
weird. Even though, but I'm not like that. I grew up in the South, and for some reason, I have a kind of I like black women. It's even one of my preferences. I think they're very
Well, I
pretty.
like in my preference. I don't have a preference.
Uh-huh,
Any woman, whether it's Asian, black,
uh-huh,
white, Mexican,
uh-huh.
that doesn't matter to me. Just as long as she can make me fall in love with her. That can
Wow.
fall in love with her. That's what it matters. I'm not,
Well, I
I don't.
do. I have my, the dick wants what the dick want. Not always rational. We need our heart and our
Yeah,
values to control the dick. So, honestly, there's a heaviness that my dick that I'm not attracted to. There's a balance. So Latinas have curves. Oh, I like the curves, but
yeah,
not if it gets into a balloon like a bottom. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, I mean, some obese women can be wonderful and saintly, but I just my body has a preference, is what I'm saying, where you don't. You're probably healthier than me. And one of my preferences is people of color, including Latino. But I like white too.
But
I
I like
just
all kinds. I don't care. I don't have a
there's
preference.
beautiful. I can't think of a group that don't have beautiful women, right?
Well, it's beautiful women everywhere.
Yeah, and Mexico, you got more integration because slaves came over and they were accepted more, and you got native Mexicans, whatever you call them. So you got Spanish with this Spanish tend to be whiter. You got
Yeah, they
uh,
call them mestizo, white
mestizos
in
mixed.
white in
You got
Indian.
all this integration, and I don't know. I presume that there was more interaction because in America it was against the law for a long time to be together, and there was even laws like a black couldn't marry a white laws, and it
Mhm.
went to the Supreme Court. So that's the greatest American sin is slavery. Maybe Mexico handled their issues better.
When Mexico liberated, I mean, no,
Uh,
no, wait a minute, no. The U.S. Was in the
yeah,
midst of the Civil War.
yeah,
Mexico had a president who was full-blooded Indian, Benito Juarez.
yeah.
He was full-blooded Indian. It's,
There was the French during the time the Civil War came in, and there is this head of Mexico, Emperor. He was French, called Maximilian,
yeah, Mexico. Yeah,
and he was overthrown by I forgot the guy's name, Benitez,
yeah, Benito
and
Juarez.
President Grant was at the time, and he supported Benitez.
The Benito Juarez, that was his name.
Yeah.
Benito Juarez is like Abraham Lincoln of Mexico. He's
Uh-huh.
considered the granddaddy of Mexican
Uh-huh.
legal system.
Uh-huh.
So there's a lot of streets, schools named after him in Mexico.
Uh-huh.
Juarez, streets, boulevards. In
Yeah,
Mexico,
I've heard of Juarez. I didn't know that.
yes. Mexico honors more than heroes.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
For example, in Independence Day, like Americans have the 4th of July.
Uh-huh.
All they worry here is if their barbecues and that's it, and going to see the fireworks. But
Yeah.
in Mexico, they
Uh-huh.
honor the heroes
Yeah.
of the revolution independent. They say, the president or the mayor of the town, or the president of the country,
Uh-huh.
go up in a panel like that
Uh-huh.
with a flag, and he would ring a bell,
Uh-huh.
and he says, "Viva Mexico,
Viva la Mexico. Yeah, man.
yeah," and he'll say the names of the people of the heroes of Hidalgo, Morelos, and all these people
Uh-huh.
who fought against the Spanish Empire,
Right.
gained independence in 1821, and after that, people would fireworks would come in, and people would start dancing and on the
Right.
watching it. And if you do it here, can you imagine? They can do it here and say, and they can say the word, "Give me liberty, give me death,"
Right.
Give me let's don't forget Paul Revere, Benjamin Franklin, the Declaration of Independence.
Right.
Found in the U.S. You go dun dun dun.
Well, the idea is that we both had occupiers. We had the
Yeah.
British, but we got rid of our occupiers way before Mexicans did.
Yes.
But there's a history teaches us a lot, like people who go after Mexicans and call them beaners don't understand that the Mexicans, California, and a lot of these places were Mexican, and the whites really took their land, and they got the land, I think, in the Spanish-American War, and they got Texas and all this. And, you're lame in your history because it's really the white people who took the land from the Mexicans. You know?
Oh, look who's left now.
Who?
Speaking of the devil.
Who? Who? I can't hear it.
Evil Abe is live now. Evil Abe.
Oh, well, you know, I got to go anyway, but if you go over there, please say hello to him for me.
Yeah, I'm going to go over there too. Oh,
Okay.
anyway, I gotta.
See, man. It's fun talking to you. You know, I came here because about Grant. You knew about Grant.
Yeah.
So see you, man. I hope to come on again. And if you ever want to spend time over at my channel, open invite.
Sure, I'll go over there. Sure. Okay, I'll go over there. Okay.
Thank you.
Talk to you later. Okay?
Bye. See you, man.
All right. Take care, man.